So I made a video not too long ago just speaking about how monitoring spirits work. I spoke about one of the main functions these spirits will carry is they will copy and imitate you. But I wanted to dive deeper into how these spirits can actually come about in operating through people. So we know that the enemy works through patterns and cycles. And so these are the patterns the Holy Spirit has helped me discern in people that carry these mimicking sort of spirits. So the first thing that I've noticed is these spirits will go after people that struggle with their identity. They are insecure with who they are. Insecurity is very normal, but this insecurity isn't a normal human insecurity anymore, right? It's unsurrendered insecurity. They're not submitting this insecurity to the Lord. And unsurrendered insecurity turns very quickly into jealousy. Now, the book of James makes it very clear. Jealousy is demonic. It's no longer just a natural human feeling. It is a way for the enemy to work through you, especially if you're not surrendering it to God. I'm pretty sure there's even a proverb that speaks about like how envy literally rots the bones. Like, that's how destructive jealousy is to a person. When people operate through a spirit of jealousy and they're not surrendering it to God, what they're doing is they're allowing the enemy a foothold into their life. And the book of Ephesians warns us against that. Because jealousy is demonic, the enemy now has access to work through a person. One way Satan is going to work through them is by trying to get them outside of the unique identity that God has given them, by making them want to be just like somebody else. And if this person is already eyeing you or festering in that jealousy towards you, they're wishing to be you in a bitter sense, then bingo. You are the person that they're going to begin to mimic. Now, what will happen is the spirit will begin to watch you through that person. That's why I classify jealous people as monitoring spirits, because jealous people will never be able to stop watching you. They're going to begin to look at what's prosperous in your life, and especially what garners man's approval and man's favor upon your life, and they're going to begin to mimic that. And this could happen on very large scales, but also very small, minute scales, like how you do your hair, what clothes you wear, etc., etc. Again, I'm not speaking about inspiration, right? People that are inspired by you, that's a completely different niche. I'm talking about jealousy. So these are people that will have some sort of animosity or envy towards you, now mimicking you. This is why these spirits will appear in people that don't like you, but at the same time want to be you. I'll give you guys sort of like a real life example. I had this one person in my past that would copy every little thing that I did, even down to things like how I do my hair, when I would take out my hair, when I would wear my natural hair, even to things like what I would ask for my birthday, they would also ask for the same thing. And I thought that this was just friendship and human bonding. Like, I thought that's what this was about. But then at the same time, I started having dreams about this person. So what was driving this person to mimic me wasn't inspiration or admiration, it was straight up envy. God started revealing their heart posture towards me. What I'm trying to explain is at the root of it all, it's identity issues and insecurity, right? So that's how the enemy sort of starts to use these people to monitor you, but then how he tricks them into making them want to sort of be you, because it will get them the attention that maybe you get or the approval that you get. And again, I'm a very firm believer of separating the spirit from the person. So love the person, with wisdom, but pray against that spirit. The biggest thing that I wanted God to help me with was understanding these people, because it's easier to love somebody when you understand why they act the way that they act. You know what I mean? When you see past okay, this person's copying me and wanting to be me, and it can be very provoking. I've been angered by this type of spirit pretty much my whole life. But when you understand how they enter in through people, okay, this person's struggling with insecurity or identity issues, it helps you kind of empathize and you see them the way that Christ sees them, And so, yeah, that's sort of just my experience with monitoring spirits, and how sometimes they will come with the agenda of trying to mimic you and mask as you, etc., etc. But yeah, I hope this was helpful information. These are just things that I've learned through the Holy Spirit and through my walk. But yeah, God bless.